Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Digimon Digital Monsters Season 2, Episode 3 of my show, but this is about Episode 2. Now, before I start talking about it, I just want to mention, like I said before, I this video twice now today, and the laptop I'm using clunked out, so hopefully this time it works for you guys. And also, I just want to mention, like I stated before, before I start talking, I just want to mention my a friend of mine, Brittany Pettite, a friend of mine that I've known for a long time, passed away and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is when I put the description for this video, I'm gonna put these things for the video as well, and put in brackets in loving memory of Brittany Pettite. So I just thought I'd give you guys a heads up about that. Anyway, and this video will have to be a bit over 20 minutes and stuff, or maybe, yeah, it is 21 minutes long. I'll try to keep it maybe under 21 minutes, but a bit over 20 and stuff. Now, getting into it, starting from I'll have to start from the beginning again. Basically, what happens is the second episode starts where the first episode left off, where they had come through the computer, and then Ty is wondering where they are, and then TK is saying that they're in the computer room, and then basically what happens is Cody's wondering where they came from when they came to the computer, and then Davis is basically saying that they came to the digital world and stuff, and then Yoli's surprised by that, and they want to go back, but then Cody is saying that they've had enough excitement for like one day and stuff, and then basically what happens is Yoli's saying that doesn't Cody want to go to the digital world as well, and then basically he's saying that of course seeing all those monsters and stuff will be fun, and then they're all saying about what their dinner plans are at the house, and then Yoli gets upset because she really wanted to go to the digital world and stuff, and then basically what happens is she gets upset because she says she wants to go, and then basically he goes back into the area where the computer is, and he says he forgot to shut off the computer, and then basically what happens is he notices that the gates close, and then later on Matt's with his band and stuff, and he leaves suddenly because he needs to meet up with the others to talk, and then basically what happens is while they're talking, Matt's surprised about the Digi Armor Energized stuff, and then Ty is basically saying that it's a form of Digivolving he never saw before. Somehow Davis's Digimon, which is Vmon, was able to Digivolve, but Hawkmon and the others couldn't and stuff. And then Sora's surprised by that, and then she said that Davis from the soccer team got to go to the digital world and stuff, and then TK is saying that's right, and the two kids from his apartment, Yoli and Cody, also got Digivices, and then Joe's saying that basically if they have Digivices, then that means they're the new Digidestin and stuff. And then basically what happens is after that, Sora's wondering that if this Digimon Emperor is hunting down the Digimon and making the Digimon into his slaves, will Biyomon and the others be alright? And then Kari is basically saying that she got an email from Mimi a little while ago in America saying the same thing. She was wondering about the same thing. And then Matt is basically saying that they should just go there and do things their own way and stuff. And then Izzy said that basically they can't because he went back to the computer area and saw that the gate was closed. And he says that and then Matt says that he realizes that because of that they can't help them and stuff. And then Izzy's saying that he's gonna go back to the computer lab and see if the computer's open, if the gate's open once again and stuff. And then basically what happens is Joe says that he can't go because he's got an oral test to write on laryngitis and stuff. And Matt's saying that he can't go because of the fact that his band's got a big concert coming up, so he's got to practice and stuff. And then Ty said that they'll go on ahead. He and Izzy will go on ahead as well, along with Sora. And then Matt said that's okay, but he wants Ty to let them know if they need them and stuff. They need the others. And then they go into then in the next scene they go into the computer lab, and then Cody's saying that he couldn't think about it. Stop thinking about it. He's wondering if Izzy would take him to the digital world and stuff. And then basically what happens is he said that the gates opened, and then he realizes that the gate open again and stuff. And then basically thanks to that thanks to Ty distracting their teacher, Mr. Fujiyama and stuff, they go into the digital world along with Sora and Izzy, and then basically they run into the Digimon Emperor again, like when he's on the screen, and he says, I've been waiting for you to get here. Now let the games begin. Oh my god, I just gotta laugh at that, guys. It's kind of funny. And then Tetamon and Digimon are excited about seeing Sora and Izzy again as well. And then basically what happens is the Digimon Emperor summons three of his slaves, Mojimon, Sneemon, and Dromojimon. And then Galamon and the others start fighting them, and then first Sneemon's the one that shows up, and then then the Digimon Emperor summons Mojimon. Now, as I stated back when I did the video in the first season, which was episode 10 of the first season, which was about episode 9 with the clips, I said that in the season 2 Mojimon special attack, which was called Boomerang first season, was given the backwards name of Bone Boomerang, which is kind of the same thing. I just get that a little bit. And then he summons out Dromojimon by saying that this is not. And then Galamon starts fighting Sneemon, and then she said that she's sorry, but without her tail ring, she doesn't have like enough power and stuff, which is kind of true. Her power has basically been cut in half, basically. And then basically what happens is Digimon says not to worry about it because he's just got an armored Digimon, and he tells Davis to get the egg ready. And then the Digimon Emperor says that this is not a real Dromojimon, and then Dromojimon pops up underground and snags Davis, and then Mojimon uses his Bone Boomerang attack, and it whacks Digimon, and he falls in it as well. And then basically what happens is after that, Cody says he wants to go home, and then Yoli says the same thing, and she starts complaining and stuff. And then basically what happens is after that, Davis wakes out of and finds himself chained to this mountain, and but he thinks he must have been walking in his sleep again and stuff, which is kind of funny. I just thought I'd get that small part out of the way. Oh my god. Anyway, continuing on, he says he wonders where he is, and then the Digimon Emperor's voice says that he's just hanging around and stuff. And then basically what happens after that is then Davis said that he wanted the person up top of the Digimon Emperor, and he said like speaking, and then the Digimon Emperor said speaking, and then Davis said that the Digimon Emperor is a kid just like him. And then basically what happens is the Digimon Emperor basically says that he's nothing like Davis, because if he were, he'd be the one hanging from a cliff and stuff. And then he snaps his fingers, and then Beamon gets coming out. And then Beamon says that Davis, it must be unfair for you and stuff. And then he says that he hasn't had time to look, and he tells him to quit to armor Digimon. Then the Digimon Emperor basically says that there's one problem. Isn't he gonna need the Digivice and D-Terminal to pull off that little trick and stuff? Oh my god! Basically, what happens after that? Then the others find this temple and stuff, and then this introduced then they come across the DGAs with the crest of love and knowledge on them, and then basically what happens after that is Izzy and Sora try to pull them, but then they have a flashback to what Ty said about how he couldn't move the DGA with the crest of courage on it, but somehow Davis moved it with no problem, and then Izzy and Sora are asking Yoli and Cody to lift the DGA, and they do. And basically what happens is then this introduces Yoli's and Hawkmon's partners, which are Yoli's and Cody's partners, which are Hawkmon and Armadillomon and stuff. And then Hawkmon says that he's been waiting to meet Yoli's acquaintance and stuff, and she's wondering if Hawkmon's talking to her and stuff. And then basically Armadillomon said that he thought his shell must have fallen asleep, and he says hi to Cody, and that he and Cody are partners and stuff. And then Hawkmon says that he's looking forward to fighting alongside Yoli, and then she says that she doesn't fight except with her sister over this last cookie. Oh my god, sorry guys, I just gotta laugh at that part because it's kind of funny. And then Hawkmon's like, are you saying you refuse to fight? Oh, why do I have to be the one stuck with a defective human? And then Sora's kind of got a smile on her face, and she tells Yoli about Mimi, her friend Mimi, and how she used to say that she didn't want to fight either, even though she knew she had to and stuff. And then she's saying that Yoli did it, that Mimi did it for the digital world and for us and for them and stuff. And then basically she's saying basically she said after that she said to Yoli that the closer you bond with your Digimon, the stronger your friendship with them will become, and that's a friendship you'll carry with you for the rest of your life. And she says that Yoli's got another friend for life in her, as well as in Sora and stuff. And then Izzy's asking Cody if he has any opinion about the digital world, and Cody says that he's only been there for a short time. And then Izzy says that he must have some opinion of it, and he's saying that it's also new to him, and he's planning on asking questions. And then basically Izzy's saying that he sounds like just like a curious kid who wants to know all the facts. Sounds like someone he'd know and stuff. And then Cody's wondering what he should do, and then basically Izzy said that do exactly what he did, try to figure things through, and if there's a problem, you just have to come to him, and they'll solve it together and stuff. And then he's agreeing with Izzy on that, and then their Digi-Eggs glow, and then basically what happens is Hawkmon is advising Yoli and Cody that in order for them to armor Digivolve, they have to say Digi-Armor Energized, and then they say the code phrase, and then Hawkmon and Digivolve, Armor Digivolve, then this introduces another armored Digivolve Digimon known as Halsemon, and as Halsemon, Hawkmon's special attack is known as Tempest Wing, which is an attack which can be used in many different ways. Like, for one instance, they can be used to to shoot a red beam out of his eyes, and then the other is where he spins as a tornado. And then Armadillomon did the same thing. He digivolved the Armadillomon to Digmon, and as Digmon, his special attacks are known as Rock Cracking and Gold Rush. Now, what Gold Rush basically is, it's basically an attack where he shoots these drills out of his body, and Rock Cracking is basically an attack where he just cracks the ground from underneath, which is kind of effective. And then basically they go to get the others, and then Davis is saying to have the Digimon Emperor give him back his Digivice and let Digimon go because he had nothing to do with this. And then the Digimon Emperor basically says that they both have been intruding in his garden without his permission and stuff, and as his punishment, he'll be forced to watch as Digimon as he becomes his slave and stuff. And then David says no about Digimon becoming his slave, and then Digimon basically says that the Digimon Emperor will never get him to be his slave. He might as well destroy him right now and get it over with. And then he says that and then Digimon starts acting a little scared about making a bit of a joke, and then Davis wants the Digimon Emperor to leave Digimon alone, and then Halsemon and Digmon show up and save them, and then basically what happens is Halsemon confronts the Digimon Emperor, and then Wormmon tries to fight her, and then he punches her, and then she punches him, and then basically the D-Terminal and the Digivice start flying out of the Digimon Emperor's hands, and then Yoli catches them, and then basically she gives them to Davis, and then Davis has Digimon Armadillomon to Flamedramon, and as Flamedramon, he's saying that let's show them what Armadillomon can do against the slaves of the Emperor, and he's saying attack, and then basically Flamedramon fights Mojimon, and then Mojimon throws his ice cloud, which is that ice pillar thing he throws in his hand, and then basically what happens after that is Flamedramon uses his fire powers to melt the ice from the attack, and then uses it to destroy the Dark Ring. And then basically Digimon and Mojimon start fighting, and then Digimon destroys the Dark Ring that he has there. And then basically what happens is that basically Halsemon does the same thing to Sneemon to get him, and then after that the Digimon Emperor is basically saying that they're better than he thought. This makes things a whole lot more interesting and stuff. And Digimon is apologizing to the Digimon for fighting them, but they had to get rid of the Dark Rings, and he hopes that they're still buds and stuff. And then Mojimon is basically saying that it's okay, and he's thanking them for saving him and stuff. And then Mojimon, after he's walking off with Mojimon, Digimon says that being the Emperor's slave was the worst. He's saying, like, all week it was like, destroy this, destroy that, give me a cappuccino, la la la. And then Davis starts getting angry and saying that he's basically saying that the Digimon Emperor makes him so mad. And then he says that he's gonna show him who's the man and stuff. And then Hawkmon wants Davis to settle down. And then basically what happens after that is, the Hawkmon is saying that you can count on Yoli to help, and then they're fighting together as a team, and she says absolutely 100% and stuff. And then basically Armadillomon asks the same thing when he's not napping and stuff, and then Cody says he'd be honored to be his partner. And then they go out of the digital world, and then he goes back into the scene where Kai is with Mr. Fujiyama, and then he realizes that the new Digimon have returned to their training form. And then basically what happens is Cody's contemplating why Upamon, which is the in-training form of Armadillomon, could turn himself into such a big, gigantic creature like Digimon and stuff like that. And then basically what happens is after that, they say that they've made it all the way safe, and then basically sort of says except for Biyomon and Tetamon and stuff, and then Biyomon shows up on the screen saying that they don't have to worry because they'll be safe because the Digimon Emperor never shows up at night and stuff. And then basically Tentomon makes a joke about that, saying that imagine all that power and he's afraid of the dark. And then Sora is saying for them to get some rest, they're going to need it for tomorrow. And then basically Davis is saying that's when they'll go to the digital world and defeat the Digimon Emperor once and for all. And then the image of the Digimon Emperor shows up on the screen in the sky and he's saying, really? Well, excuse me if I don't start shaking in my boots. And that's basically how the episode ends. So if you guys like this video on YouTube, just please give it the real best you guys can. And I'll see you guys next time. Keep it digital.